Alright, welcome back to another, or I should say, the first official episode of the Daily Design Challenge. So, a couple of notes from yesterday. Sorry. I figured I'd have endnotes for after videos because thoughts might come to me later. My YouTube channel just to have video stores because I may not be able to store all this content. File size ended up being about 1.5 gigs, which is a lot better. I thought it'd be like 7 or something. And I changed the name from 30 days to the Daily Design Challenge because who knows? I may make it 30 days, I may not, I may make it past. We shall see. So, day one, I have decided also that I'm going to have a train of thoughts. Right? And that way I don't have to create like the plan and then the objectives and the ideas and the conversations. It can all be kind of one and I can go back and reference things whenever I need. So the train of thought is going to be here, and then if I have separate ideas, I can give them their own categories. Now, the first thing I want to do is spend 5 minutes planning, and I've already spent one of those, just introducing and going over. And this is going to include what happened last time, and what's going to happen today. Right, and so what am I doing today? Honestly, I thought about, trying to set an idea, elephant in the room. The concept of elephant in the room. I thought that'd be really funny. Like it would say like, address me. I think that would be funny. Like, address me, and it's on an elephant. The question is, how do I make an elephant? I don't think it's too hard. So I think I can do this in one day. I just gotta figure out how doth an elephant look, and do I want to have a static model, a walking model, a baby model, an adult model? What am I looking at here? How big do I want it? Alright, so I want it to sit on a desk. Let me get a ruler out so I can see this. Just had dinner, by the way. Chicken burgers. No, sorry, chicken wrap. Chicken wrap's very nice. So let's say 10 centimeters long, 10, 15 centimeters long. Alright, so elephant model. It's gonna have the address me text. God, I would love to have music. But you know what? The silence gives a rise to thoughts. Can I not spell? Yeah, whatever, I guess. The silence gives rise to thoughts. Thoughts. Train of thoughts even. Why you train? I can make a train as my next model. That's going in the ideas. So, train. Or trains. Like a Thomas model. And like a working track. That could be really fun. I know my mate would like that. One of my mates really likes trains. So, could even be a gift. Actually, that is a good idea. I should be making gifts. Right, so if we go to day 0. Ideas, gifts for friends based off interests. And I could low-key like print and then paint. So design, print and paint. That's like multi-day projects. And I think handmade things, if made right, have a much better, they end up having a lot more meaning to some people. Some people like just the price tag, which I can't help that, but I like to think at least that if thought has gone into a gift, it's far better than just someone throwing money at you. Jeez, that was very poorly enunciated. And also, you may notice that I sound like kind of grim. That's just because it's 10 p.m. So I'm just a little tired and I came back from football. Yeah, I support Chelsea, by the way. Football. Oh, no, that's not going in the ideas tab. That's going back in the day one. Came back from football. I am tired and I am going to use that as an excuse because I got my foot planted into, I nearly threw up. That was great. Just so you know, I support Chelsea. Specifically, Eden Hazard is my favorite player. If you are curious. Anyways, so elephant model, address me. So we're gonna say I want this to be about say 100 millimeters by 100 millimeters by 50 millimeters. Maybe how tall I want this to be. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up Fusion, and we're going to bring up pictures of elephants, and I want a side-on profile and a front-on profile, and you'll see why in a moment. Also, should I know the species of elephant? Nah, who cares, bro? It's just an elephant. Elephant 3D model. And I could just steal a model and print it, but that kind of defeats the point. Oh, no, it doesn't actually. It doesn't really defeat the point. And the point is just to make stuff. If I use the online resources that are available to me, is that really so bad? I am now curious. Oh, maybe I could have it as an elephant to start with, and then improve it. That could be interesting. Let's see what other people have made. So yeah, it's like over 5 minutes in, so I should be done with the ideation to go into creation, but research is important. And I'm going to write that down. Research is important. And I want to finish at the latest by the 15-minute mark. So let's just say 5 minutes. Interesting models. That one is not right. Oh, well, that one is right, actually, for what I'm trying to make. Yeah, I could make a low poly elephant like this. I may look at that. I could even Russian doll it. Yeah, Russian dolling could be fun. Or I can make it very, very high poly. But I don't know if I have the skills for the high poly. Oh, I like Fusion. What are you trying to do? Thing is, I think in very linear terms, so it's going to be very blocky when I make it. So, it also needs to have function. I think I want to add function to this. So let's go address me. That should be 50 mils of 500. Function. I can make it a pen holder. Yeah, you know what? I think a pen holder is simple enough. What is this? New intent-driven workflows. I will eventually take that. Oh, this looks cool. Looks very cool. Yeah, millimeters. Yeah, please. Please have some respect. Like part design, yes. Okay, why is there an assistant here, bro? Get out of here. Ah, they kind of reverted it like that. Interesting. Anyways, let's create a box with lid and locks. So this is gonna be the ground floor. That's what I want. I want a center point. Oh, midpoint line. That's a new one. I'm glad they finally added the center rectangle. So let's go 50 tab 100. I want the front to be the side. Oh no, I should have the front be like the face of the elephant. So we're gonna make 100 by 50. Damn, I really like that they've added dark mode. This has made my experience so much better. And I can draw this out. Anyways, let's see, elephant box. Oh, that's pretty cool. Very cool. Could make it a box. I actually like that idea. Oh, you know what? A jewelry holder. Elephant jewelry stand. And I make, yeah, you know what? This is the idea I want to go with. So I want low poly jewelry stand. I can't spell, bro. Normal jewelry stands kind of hold stuff like that, right? So I'm gonna need to use the trunk to hold. Like you can see, like there's a small one. It's kind of right. Earrings. I can use the ears, the tusks. Yeah, it's gonna work. Coil gun. Oh, that's the YouTube channel, but I'll come back later. Although, like, you could just pause it and look at that. Doesn't matter. It says 0 views. Elephant box with lid and locks. I guess I can start off 2D. I don't like that though. That's too high poly. I want low poly. Elephants. Let's say Elephant holder. That's what people call it. Like, yes, the elephant ring holder, vase. This one is very cool. I do like that. This one could be useful. Phone holder even. Oh, that's actually so sick. Wait, that's so sick. Anyways, getting sidetracked. Oh yeah, 3 model. Simple. Very simple. I want low poly. Yeah, I want the Minecraft elephant, bro. I love Minecraft. Oh my god. Fat tangent about Minecraft incoming. Genuinely one of the best games. I've been playing since 1.2.5. And I'm playing Tinker's Construct for the longest time. So good. So good. And modern Minecraft just even better because like a bunch of people came together and they were like, yeah, this is so good, let's make it even better. And so it became much better. Obviously that's an oversimplification. It took a lot of effort. And I guess eventually Minecraft was like, yeah, we're going to streamline this. We realized that people like our game, and so we are going to let them modify it and have an easier time between versions, which I'm really happy that they recognized. I'm not happy about is the fact that Mojang bought it, because I would have really liked, sorry, not Mojang, so Microsoft bought Mojang. I would have liked Mojang to stay independent, because, well, I just don't like Microsoft as a company. They don't really have the best leadership or products or ethics. They're just kind of in all regards. And yeah, sure, they were good once upon a time, don't get me wrong. It's just now they're not. Now they're not. But Minecraft is still good, and that team does seem to be somewhat independent at least. Anyways, best mods for Minecraft? Tinker's Construct. Oh my god, I love Tinker's Construct. Tinker's Construct by far the best mod. Now Create has actually come up. Create, if you've never played Create, I highly recommend. It's a mod that's so good, it got its own mods. That happened with Tinker's Contract back in the day, actually, just like cross compatibility and like extra content, because like you see something like, yeah, I can make it better, so you end up adding a little something of your own. Oh, maybe I should have made low poly. I should have made alpha model. Oh man, sorry. Simple is what I already searched, but very simple round, because I can work with shapes. I want simple geometry. Okay, this I kind of like. This gives me, so I'm going to go with the body, round that out. I'll go with the head. Yeah, that can work. So let's split this up. So tab 50, tab 80 would make a body that much, because it'll stick out quite a bit. Actually, I'm going to change that. I'm going to change this from 100 to 120. So that way it's 80, 120. This will be the head, this will be the legs. And then with the feet, we can go, this is 1 foot, and we'll make it 10 by 20 for now. Yeah, it could be a little more square actually, so let's maybe like 20 by 20. I mean, let me do a rectangular array, see how that looks. Objects. Directions, 1, 2. I want 2 in this direction as well. See, it's kind of, it's only got 15 maybe. I love the fact in Fusion that you can retroactively change these things. Let me see actually. 35. And yeah, I'm not technically measuring these out, but the fact is I'm using such simple geometry, it should end up in there. Oh, I'm nearly out of water. I will have to refill that, because I'd be needing a lot of water while I talk. Anyways, these Measurements are arbitrary, to be fair, so it doesn't really matter what happens with these. So it says 50 by 40. 40. I make these 15, then square feet, and I should be left with 50 by 50. Oh, actually, I might have cooked myself. That should be 50 by 45, and then 5 across. Yes, that is correct. Let's change the rectangular array. Shift this across by 5. There we go. So that's elephant feet. And we can bring that up to the simple extrude. And I'll make it look nicer later. For now, I want a very, very low poly being. Let's see, so like proportionally we can say that like its legs are almost 1:1, like it's more 2:1 or 1.5:1 ratio of body to leg. Its round ends up being, oh sorry, it's it's round. Its center ends up being all round and chunky. I'd say 1.56, so 2 to 3. So let's make this, if I make this 20, if I make it 40, then I have to make the other bit 60. And what we're going to do is project, just so I don't have to find the geometry of that one, and I can go from where I'm sketching on to the corner of that, and extrude this whole surface up. And we can extrude this up, so if I made it 40, we can extrude it up 60. There we go, that is the elephant. And if I want to change this, I can always just retroactively time travel and change it like that. Alright, now you might be like, oh, you're not cheating, you're not using, I don't care, bro. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna do what I want. Low poly, less low poly. There's like this aspect of it that's coming off. And it also needs to be more round. I suppose I can separate. Yeah, you know what? I will separate actually the bodies. We're going to change this to a new body. So we can call these bodies the legs. We'll just leave that. Body main. No, we'll keep standardized. And body main. And body 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll have body H or body head. And this one sits halfway. So we're going to come across here and go line from the center. That's what the triangle is, the center. Center to 30, because that's the center. And then we're going to have a rectangle, center points from the center here. And we're going to see 30, tab 30. And that is where we're going to have our head. However, the head does need to actually pop up a bit more. So maybe it won't be so rectangular. In fact, maybe we'll make it 40 by 40. And we'll push this up to 20. So that way it still ends up being halfway 30. Yeah, so that's where the head's going to be. And we're going to extrude this out 40, just for now. Right now I just want a basic shape, and then I can extrude this later. You can see it looks like a Minecraft cow. Now that's been joined. I don't want that joined. I want that as a new body. And now we have a head. We are getting a head. I have 11 minutes left. Cool. Alright, so I have to remember, I don't have a lot of time, so I need to actually make this identifiable. It's the most important thing. Identifiable. I think we might have to go back to a pen holder, because low key, I don't know if this is gonna hold. Let's say elephant 3D model holder. But this may be coming up with, oh no, there's actually a decent amount of pen holders, iPhone holders. That is really funny actually. Oh, dual wielding both. That one is very cool. Pen holder. Jewellery it's not a bad way to do it. I should keep a flat top plus. That's what I'll do. I'll sketch up the nose to be like that. So it'll come from the face of it. We can fillet this actually. We're going to fillet all the edges and we'll come back and edit this later and you'll see why that's important. We'll fillet it everywhere except the touching bits. And so if we erase it for something like 2, 5, or even like 10, you'll see what it does to this thing. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, interesting. Anyways, we'll fillet it later. So I need to create a sketch on the central plane because it needs to be halfway through this cow. And what I'm going to do is project this to see its face, and we're going to essentially trace out how I want this looking. Now you'll see it ends up being the size of the head, so I want this to be from like the center-ish of the head because I need to fit a mouth there. So we're going to trace it out in a line from the center of the head. So we can go out like a little bit. And what I'll do is I will curl it. How curly do I want? Oh, I could curl it up and out. That's also an option. But I think I'll curl like that. So it just comes squeezing off the face like a fillet. And then it'll come up to a point. And then that's that. So I want it coming out, let's say, how much? 10? Maybe 10? No, 10's too short. Let's go 20 and 20. Maybe 20 and 30. And then we can look at the sketch and I low-key don't like that. Yeah, it's perpendicular, so it's perpendicular, that's fine then. And what we're going to do is we're going to create another sketch on this face to have a sort of shape, and we're just going to go center of here, and now these are referenced, it'll go over there. And we can bring out either a square or a circle. Low key, I don't know. Do I want a square or a circle? So I'm going to smooth everything down if I want to make it look low poly or simple. So maybe I'll circle it and then I'll smooth everything out after. So let's say 15. And there should be a trace tool. But actually, let me edit this first sketch. And fillet this. That's not it. 2D fillet. And fillet by 10. It should lose constraints, but it's fine. And we can. I forgot what it's called, but it should be what is loft? Oh, actually, loft is very useful here. Let me use a loft. Let me get plane. I want a plane of a point. Yes, that's exactly it. Because now I can draw a secondary shape. That's not what I want to draw on this plane, and I can make this like 5. And so essentially, what I'm guessing is will happen that if I loft it from one to the other, it'll. Oh no, it's gonna follow the simplest path. Guided centerline rails. Is there any way to? Is there any way to guide it? Sweep. Single path guide rail. I want this to be path. And I wonder if you know. It's probably a way to do it that I'm just not familiar with. Oh, I don't have much time left to go. Option select rails or centerline to guide the shape. Okay, so it should be this, and I should be able to select the rails. do you mean it doesn't touch all the profiles? It should touch all the profiles. If I delete you and then I add a rail here. Use a profile and then you use a rail. Interesting, okay. Oh, that's new. Why can't I use it as a rail? Can I use anything else as a rail? I don't get it. It should work. Whatever, we're just gonna loft. There's tiny one we can fillet it, I guess. And I guess the guide rail will be. What am I doing? I don't want to loft. I would like to. God, my voice has gone quiet. I must have been mumbling for like the last 2 minutes. So we want to sweep this here. I wonder, can I? Oh, I can taper it. Yeah, I can taper fade. So I can taper it to 5 degrees, and that should be. You know what? I can taper it to 10 degrees, and that should be very good. Let's try that actually. Yeah. That's actually looking alright. Let's make the geometry a little nicer. I really don't have time for this. I got 3 minutes. I just look semi-decent. Oh jeez. I think if I just round all the edges. It'll look alright. Now there's got to be a better way to do this, but this is the way I have opted for. Because it's the way I know how. That's very terrible of me. I really hate that I've said that. Because I should be learning. That's the whole point of this process. But there's got to be a different way to do it. However, let me get all these done first. It's nice that you can actually access that behind. So if I go 5, actually, let me go 0 and unselect all of the floor ones. So what that lets me do is round it separately, or maybe not even round it all together. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. If I can round these legs, well, that lets me do other stuff. So I can round it to 5, let's say. 5 is a nice round image, and then I can add more, and then go, I want you, I want you, I want all of you. Should have a tail as well, but whatever, I'm not gonna get to the tail. And then you can stay, that's fine. You know what, I should have made this one object. Make that 5 as well. Setback. Oh, I kind of like the setback. I'm not gonna. Asymmetric. Constant. And then we can like fillet these ones as well. Oh, I have 1 minute. Come on. Oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna call it there. I will have to pick this up next time. So it looks like I wasn't able to do it at once. But for now, you can see the general shape of an elephant taking form. After flaying it, it looks okay. I'll have to connect it and smooth out a lot of these faces. But for now, that will work. Oh, let's make it maybe. Yeah, I can probably smooth this out. So that's all filleted or to a computation. And then instead of having this so wide, I can taper it to a much smaller degree. And so that this fillet looks more natural. Say natural, let's make this like 2.5. Alright, behold, there is the elephant. Not much of an elephant, but you can see general taking shape. We'll continue this tomorrow. Alright, that is all for now. I will see you all next time. Well, we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.